Okay, good morning everyone once again. Uh, so we will start. It's almost 11:05. Okay, so we will quickly start then. We'll try to finish it off as soon as possible. I understand it's Sunday morning, so we'll try to finish it off, as soon as possible. So requesting, all the parents as well as the students to please switch on your camera so that it will be easier for us to see you and to interact with you. Okay. And okay, so I can see a couple of people here. Okay.
So sorry, I cannot switch on the camera because I'm on mobile data.
Okay.
So in case the data fluctuates, so probably it may just go off.
Disconnected. Yeah. No, no, no. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. Okay.
All right. Thank you,
So
sir.
no issues. So let's quickly start then. So welcome everyone for the orientation session. So initially 5 minutes you will see that I'm pausing for few minutes. The reason is because people are still joining in. So since I am the owner of this link, I'll have to keep on admitting them. So initial 5 minutes there will be a little bit of pause from my side. Okay, but then I think eventually it will streamline. So first of all, this is the orientation session for grade 10. So for some of you, I've already told you that it's not the child, but it's the parent who is also in grade, who will be appearing for the board examinations. So it is kind of very, very, very crucial. Okay. So no matter what people say, it is crucial. It is important. Okay, because the marks which we get, so that will depend, which kind of college or what level of college, we get the seat. So currently that is the criteria, so we cannot help it. Okay, so it's kind of very important. Okay, so what we are going to explain in this session is the entire process. Okay, so how exactly the things would be, what are the things which we have to do as a teachers, then the things which you have to take care of as parents. Okay, so that eventually for our children we can actually give them a proper guidance. Okay, so this is the flow. So wherein we will be giving you a small introduction, okay, about ourselves, like what are our qualifications and things like that. Most of you already know it. Okay, this is just a formality so that you know exactly where you are, your child is. So and then I'll explain you the entire Planet Gyan process, like how the teaching, learning, and everything will happen. The kind of books which which we will be requiring. Then the most important part, that is test series, then test papers, and there is again a very important thing which has come up this year. That is two exams. The concept of two exams, that is in the month of Feb, March, and then May. So just 1 minute. So yeah. So, these are the kind of things which we are going to explain today. 1 minute. Okay. So let's quickly start then. So we started actually in the year 2013. So me and Priyanka ma'am, we both actually are ex-Podar teachers. Okay, so we started from Podar, and since then we have been teaching students. So this is our 12th year. Okay, and so approximately 11 grade 10 students, board examination students we have handled. Okay, so in this we have seen lot of things. Okay, so initially it was very simple. It was like exactly the way we gave the examination. So there was no change for around 20-25 years. So no change, same syllabus, everything was exactly same. And then we all know that 2019 2020 came in, that is the COVID period, and from there started lot of changes. Lot of changes. There was reduction of the syllabus, then the exam pattern changed, and a lot of things. And now this year what we have come across is that now there are two exam patterns. Okay, so we will be talking about all of them, okay, today, so that all the confusions and everything is cleared. Just 1 minute. Okay, so let's quickly start. So about me, so I have actually completed my masters, and also I'm a certified career counselor. Okay, so I've been teaching from past more than 15 years now. Okay, and same with Priyanka ma'am. So Priyanka ma'am was also an ex Podar teacher. So she taught in Podar for almost 8 to 10 years. Okay, So we kind of know how exactly the things work, okay, what is the exam pattern and how things work. So we kind of know all of those, okay. Now today's goal is obviously we have to design a plan for our child, okay, that is the main agenda, how we are going to do it, okay. So first is, so I'm talking to all my previous year, students as well as the parents. So what you can do is please delete all your last year's WhatsApp group. Okay, so whatever WhatsApp group you have, you can just delete, as well as all the class links. Okay, let's go ahead and delete that as well because we are going to create a new one. Okay, and obviously delete any kind of presumptions. Okay, so in case come marks aa gaye, if you don't have confidence, nothing like that, sab bhul jao. This is a fresh year. Okay, so let's start with that. Okay, so from tomorrow we are going to start with our actual grade 10. So we are going to start one like 1 week before the school starts. Okay, now action 2 is, this is for everyone. Okay, so what you can do is, if you have an existing Gmail ID, not your school ID, because your school ID will have a lot of restrictions. Okay, especially the students who are joining online. Okay, so you cannot use your school ID to join into third party softwares and things like that, because they have blocked a lot of things. So what you can do is, you can create a fresh one if you don't have one. Okay, and even for offline students, please go ahead and create a new email ID. Okay, if possible. If you have an existing one which is not the school ID, it's completely fine. Okay, the reason is, sometimes it happens because what we have observed is, especially during rainy seasons, okay, when there is this orange alert, red alert, especially in Mumbai, okay, what exactly happens is, we cannot travel. Okay, so that at that point of time, what we do is we keep some online sessions as well. Okay, so that time you will need this, so be prepared. And as well as, if I need to share something very important, especially some kind of circulars or some kind of worksheets. Okay, especially for some of the parents, I've already told you that we create worksheets related to assertion and reasoning questions, which kind of students feel little bit difficult. And we also have case study questions. And I don't know if you have interacted with some of the students right now who are there in grade 10, okay, who gave the grade 10 examination. You might have heard them saying that there were a lot of competency based questions. So it will not be direct questions directly picked up from the NCRT or from RS or RD. Okay, if you go through RS, RD or NCRT, it's kind of a very direct kind of a questions, right? But this year it will be more of competency based questions, which has also come up from CBSE, which is actually, Priyanka ma'am, I think it's a draft right now, correct? Yeah, but still we need to be prepared. Okay, so there can be last minute changes. All the updates, I think most probably we will be getting in the month of July, or max to max by August. Okay, so what they have planned, so all those things will come up by July to August. So what you can do is, so this Gmail ID is very important, you can note down these things. Okay, you can create a fresh Gmail ID, that will be better if you create a fresh one, because what happens is, everything related to your child's studies will be in that same email ID. Because नहीं तो क्या होगा, if you have a separate personal email ID, there will a lot of things, so it kind of gets lost in that. Second thing is, we will be creating WhatsApp groups. Okay, so batch wise WhatsApp groups. So offline students ka, there will be different online students. Then so those kind of permutations and combinations would be there with related to WhatsApp groups. Then parents, if you are creating a fresh email IDs, or if you are not, please go ahead and send your email IDs to us as soon as maybe within 1 or 2 days. Okay, please send me your email IDs. So what I'll do is, I'll create your class links, especially for online students. Okay, so I'll create your class links, and also I'll save all these email IDs, because in case I need to contact, 1 minute. Yeah. So in case if I need to contact you, or any kind of conversation which we need to have, so we can use this email ID. And in case, especially for online students, if you are using mobile phones or tabs or something like that, okay, then you'll have to download the Meet app. So Google Meet. Okay, so we use Google Meet majorly to, for our online class. Okay, so for laptops it is not required. For laptops and computers it is not required. But for any other devices like mobile phones or tabs, you will have to download the Meet app. Okay. Third is the admission form. So some of you have already filled the admission form. Okay. Now, others who have recently taken the admission, so maybe yesterday or day before yesterday, so there were a couple of parents, I've seen students who have taken admission. So by EOD, I'll be sending you the admission forms. It's very important for us, okay, so that we know, these are the number of students and we can submit it, okay. And the third thing is we have to download an app called as Planet Gyan app, okay. So again, the link and everything once I create the WhatsApp group. So by today I'll be creating all the WhatsApp group by EOD. So I will be sending all the admission form as well as the app link and everything on that. Okay. Now downloading this Planet Gan app is very important. So this app is accessible for both online as well as offline students. Now what this app will have is, so for online as well as offline, we actually teach the students from PPTs. So these PPTs, the learning PPTs which we call, okay, or the teaching PPTs, these PPTs will be there in the app. So students will have access to all the questions, all the materials which me and Priyanka ma'am use, when we teach. So all those PPTs will be accessible to students. Okay. Second is it will also have some practice sheets. So basically, once you're done with your, classwork, once you're done with your homeworks and all those things, now, if you want to go to an extra mile when you have, especially this will be useful in the month of November, December, and January, when it will be thorough revision classes, doubt clearing sessions, and now you need something more, right? So that time this app will be very useful because it will have a lot of practice sheets. Okay, so you can go ahead and download it. You will have access to it. You will have access to it from day one. Okay, but trust me, the materials which we will be providing, the offline materials, that will be more than sufficient. Okay, this is like extra. In case if you are, utilize that complete resource, then you can go ahead and do the questions from practice sheets as well. Okay. Now, second is, yeah, this is for grade 8 and 9. Yeah, for grade 10, just 1 minute. Okay. So grade 10, this is how the flow would be. Okay, so today is 23rd of March, so it's the orientation. Then 24th of March, that is from tomorrow. So we will be starting from bridge course. Okay, so this bridge course will be majorly for mathematics. Okay, so for people who doesn't know about it, I'll just repeat. Some of you have already told during the demo. So bridge course is basically right from their fifth standard. Okay, so fifth standard I'm talking about. Right from their fifth standard to ninth standard, whatever mathematics they need for their grade 10. So I'll be covering everything. Okay, right from the fifth standard to ninth standard. During the demos, when I took demos, so there are some students who had confusion. Sir, like even though it was a fifth and sixth standard mathematics, they don't know what is divisor and what is dividend, which was taught in fifth standard. Okay, so very 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 simple concepts. Now these concepts are very important. Why it is important is, the reason is because in grade 10 you will be using formulas based on it. So if some of you know it, it's like dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, right? So I'm just giving a gist of it, why this bridge course is very important. Then you have concepts like splitting the middle term. Students have a lot of confusion with that. Linear equations, algebraic expressions. Then we have our exponents. So when I've gone through your papers, grade 9 papers, they were like negative reciprocals, right? So you have problems with that, negative powers, then what to do with that. So all those concepts we will be clearing during the bridge course. Very, very important, people. Please do not miss the bridge course. Okay. And 31st of March, which is Monday, the next week, we will be actually starting with our grade 10 sessions. Okay, proper grade 10 sessions. Then after this, 1st May, the school vacation starts. Okay, but we will be continuing with our sessions. Okay, from 1st to 12th, it will be regular classes, offline the way it is and online the way it is. So there will not be any change. But in case, I understand there are some parents who are going for vacations between this 1 to 12. Okay, so there is an option where you can join the online batches. So even if you are somewhere else, okay, your native place or somewhere else, you can actually join the online sessions. Just message me so that I can go ahead and add you in those batches. So no need to worry, because our offline and online batch go synchronized. So there is no change. Maybe one or two questions here and there, but overall the concepts, the topics, the chapters, everything go hand in hand for offline and online. Okay, so that option is available. And from 12th, to 26th, that is 2 weeks, it will be pure vacations. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Again, the fourth week, that is from 26th May to 1st June, again it will be proper classes. So our classes will be there offline and online. Okay, online में तो there is no issue, but offline. And again, as I'm telling you, in case if you are still in vacations from 26th to 1st, again I'm talking to offline students, so you can actually join the online batches, so no problem with that. So you can enjoy your vacations, so no issues with that. Okay, so it will not come in between. Okay, then again from 1st of June our regular sessions will start. Okay, so no problem with that. Then August will be our general PTM. Okay, so again it will be like a mixed PTM. Okay, so all the parents, all the students would be there. So certain, why we keep it in the month of August is because, as I told you initially, by July August we get an update from CBSE, like what exactly is going to happen in the month of February March. So to inform you all those things, we have a general PTM. Apart from general PTMs, we will also have personalized PTMs. Okay, so in case if I feel I need to talk to the parents, okay, so I will be messaging you. So, and in case it can also be vice versa, wherein if you feel you want to talk to us, to both of us, Priyanka ma'am and me, please do messages. We can arrange it according to, we can have a, we can coordinate with each other and we can actually have the PTM. So don't worry about it. So personalized PTMs are available. Okay, so whenever you feel like, you can actually message us. We will arrange personalized PTM. And for online parents also, online students, we can also have offline PTM. So wherein if you feel that online PTM nahi chahiye, even if you are into online, okay, just message us. According to the availability, we can also arrange offline PTMs for all, for everyone. And vice versa, like offline ke students hai, if you want an online PTM, just message us. We can arrange that. So no problem with that. Okay. Then we are planning, now this is from where things gets very serious. So by October November we will be completing our syllabus. Okay, little bit of spillover here and there would be there. Our target is to complete it by October end, but thoda sa idhar udhar hoga to maximum it will go till first week of November. Okay, it doesn't cross that. Okay, in case if we feel that thoda sa idhar udhar ja raha hai, we will take extra sessions, so don't worry about it. But our target is to somehow finish it at least by first week of November, all the syllabus and everything. Then from November, again we will have an offline PTM. Okay. Now why I have star marked this offline PTM is because my personal suggestion would be, even if you're staying a little bit far away from the center, but this PTM, if possible, try to come offline, because this is going to be very very important. This November wala offline PTM. Okay, it's going to be very important. So my personal suggestion would be, try. Nahi ho raha hai, I can understand. So online is also available. So basically it will be like a hybrid mode. So wherein the PTM would be there, okay, but we will also be broadcasting that onto Google Meet, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So this November wala you will have to remember. This is kind of very important. Then November, again we will be starting with test series, another important thing. Okay, for some of you I have already told you, November, December and January, these 3 months will be thorough PTMs. Okay, now I will be explaining the format of the the format of the test series as well. Okay, so November, December and January, these 3 months will be test series. Along with the test series, we will also be doing a lot of doubt clearing sessions, and we will be conducting a lot of revision classes. So in case if you miss something, if you need something, so all the updates I'll be putting it in your WhatsApp group. So according to that you can join. Okay, so no problem with that. And finally January, that is before your actual board examination, there will be one more general PTM which we will be arranging. And then finally by Feb or March we will be keeping our board examination. So yeah, so that is where we will be reaching. Okay, and yes, this year there is an update. I think most of you know it. May again there will be, but again I think that depends. If you are opting for it, then again April, March, and April again you will be. The classes would continue. So don't worry about it. Okay. Now, so this is the entire timeline. Now, in case if you have any doubt in this, please do ask me. Okay. So any doubt in this timelines, or have you understood everything? Okay. So
Yeah, hi,
yes.
Arvind sir.
Yeah.
Amitosh here, I'm Vikram's father.
Yes.
A couple of things. this application, Planet Gyan app, so this access will be both for students and parents, or only for students, or only for parents? How does it work?
No, it will
Because
be for both of them, like parents as well as students.
okay, so say with same credentials, we can log in into
Yeah, you
both
can.
of us can log in.
Yes.
Right. Second is that would there be class recordings available for offline sessions or online sessions? Because, like you mentioned, during May and June, there might be some of us who might be on vacations, etc.
Hmm.
So, for them to catch up with that, really, will there be class recording sessions available so that they can just go through that?
Yeah. So what we actually do is, so instead of recordings, what we do is we actually arrange something called as catch-up sessions. So wherein in weekends, what we do is we actually, so whether it is offline or online, so we keep catch-up sessions wherein if they have missed something, okay, so we will be actually revising those topics once again. So that
Okay.
will be there.
So there'll be separate sessions for this set of
Separate
students who
sessions,
will be on
separate
vacation during a
sessions.
certain period of time.
Yes.
Okay. And then last is that this online and offline, you mentioned that if somebody is on vacation, people can take up online sessions if possible, of course, right? So is that a simultaneous run on online and offline, or they are?
So what will happen
what you're
is,
teaching? Let's say you're teaching a certain, uh, let's say you're teaching whatever certain topic in offline. Would that same be in online, or there would be obviously in terms of speed they might be on a different levels?
okay, so what exactly happens is that what we have, so what we do is when we teach, we actually teach as per modules. So we have divided the chapters into sections. So what
Okay.
we do is for online and offline, okay, so for both the sessions it is 1.5 hour sessions for math or for science. So what we do is the math online, sorry, online as well as offline, whether it is math or science, they actually go hand in hand. So there won't be any issues as such. So it won't be like, and even if there is, it's hardly one or two questions here and there, as I said, okay, but it will not be like majorly a very different topic which is running in online and a different topic in offline. And same with the tests which we conduct, again they will be synchronized according to that, so they both go hand in hand. So in case if you are like offline, if coming to online, or online in case suppose if you're coming for offline or something like that, then you will see that the topics are more or less same.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
Okay. So anyone else?
Other than Prapti here,
Yes.
Madam's mom.
Yeah.
I also just now what you said for the catch-up sessions. Do we have to give you in advance which dates we are not there? Because I would be abroad.
Mhm.
Like me and Madam would be abroad.
Okay.
So that offline also will be difficult.
Right. So what
So
you
we
can
have
do
to
is, for that short period of time, in case if you don't want to miss the sessions, okay, you can actually join the online batches, okay, or else if you're not keen into that, like you don't want to join the online sessions. So as I said, for every topic here and there, especially for important topics, if they have missed, we actually keep catch-up sessions. So what you
Yeah.
can do is, so I'll just message you like which topic we are doing. So in the WhatsApp group we will be posting, so you can actually come and join. So no problem with that. Marwan, I mean.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Sir, Manish Agarwal here.
Yes,
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, what about, because you'll have two classes every week, okay?
Yeah.
And there are some topics, a particular child is not able to catch up,
Yeah.
okay? Or has got some doubts on that subject. Will you have some buffer sessions during a particular month where, students can sit with you and, can go through that entire doubt clearing session, etc.?
Yeah, sure. So, like, what we do is exactly, it's like, it's the same old thing what we have been following. So, if the student has not understood something, or if the child needs, an extra help in that, so obviously just message me. We can definitely arrange that. So, no problem with that. We can arrange those things.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Sir, if a child doesn't understand a particular topic but has doubts, as somebody just mentioned,
Right.
will you again? The other students probably have no issues with that. So will you move ahead with that topic, or will you take that one child who has not understood? So how will you go about that?
So see,
because the concept is only not clear to one child, it is clear to the others. Okay, so will you move ahead with the class, or will you keep that one child? How will you deal with that child who has not understood it?
Yeah, Priyanka ma'am.
Yeah, hi, good morning, everybody. So this is Priyanka Achari. So to answer your question, ma'am, it is like all the kids are equally important for us. If one of the kid has not understood a particular concept, as sir correctly said, we will be arranging a special class for the child. It's just that the child has to mention that, ma'am, I have not understood this topic. Can you revise it? Of course, we can. So what generally in science class, what generally I do is, if suppose child X has not understood a particular topic, the child he comes in and tells me, "Ma'am, I need an extra help in this. So can you please do it for me? Can you re-revise the topic or can you teach me again?" बच्चे डायरेक्टली यही बोलते हैं, मैम आप पढ़ा सकते हो क्या वापस, मुझे नहीं समझ में आया.
मतलब हाँ, teaching again only, yes. I mean teaching, not revising.
Agree.
Teaching, because probably some concepts of science and some concepts of maths have to be cleared for you to move ahead in that particular chapter or module, whatever you say. So the concept only is not clear, then what?
Yeah. And as I said, बच्चे directly says, मैम मुझे नहीं समझ में आया, आप वापस पढ़ाओ. वापस पढ़ाओ is teaching only. So in that case, for science specifically, in maths also is the same thing, but I'm specifically mentioning it about sciences. What I do is, the child has given me the topic that the child needs help in the particular topic. I generally announce it in the class. Okay, for this particular topic, I'm going to take a class for say half an hour or 1 hour, depending upon the length of the topic. So whoever again wants to revise it, come in. Now in that revision class, suppose I have 3 students who says, "Ma'am, we also want to attend, we want to revise it." The child X is one of them. So of course the child X will be given a priority. Okay, that child has the concentration will be more on child X to make him understand the concept, and for others it will be revision. So yes, all the topics wherein the kids are facing difficulties will be there, will be revised, will be taught again in the class. But the child has to mention it. फिर वो adjust कैसे करना है, how to, as in ऐसे भी हो सकता है, yeah, it is also possible that I may ask the child to wait back after the class for half an hour or so. I will inform the parent, of course. Yeah, because we don't want to come back again. Yeah.
Ma'am, one more thing. Now, supposedly you're doing something in the month of May, June, whatever. Okay, you say you will finish the portion by say November. Now the topic which you have done in May, probably the child may not remember it by the time you come to November.
Correct.
I mean, it's a very basic question, but this is what happens. That is what I have seen. So in this case, what do we do?
Ma'am, we are aiming to complete we always make it sure that the syllabus is completed by the month of October, first week of November, max to max it extends. From the month of November, we start our revision classes and catch-up classes. Also, suppose this is also possible that I have taught something in the month of May and now they have the examination in the month of August, which is the midterm, and now the child can't remember what I did in the month of April or what I did in the month of May.
That usually happens, ma'am.
Yes. So before the exams, there are also revision classes which are taken. So in those revision classes, kids comes in with their doubts. ऐसा भी होता है बहुत बार कि मैम मुझे ये आधा चैप्टर ही नहीं समझा. So we take the revision because our main aim is to make the child understand the things. And as sir also mentioned initially, the main aim of CBSE this time is competency based questions. 40% of the paper will be based on competency based skills, wherein the child has to apply the knowledge. रट्टा मार के पेपर नहीं पास कर सकता बच्चा. Very clear and very simple.
Whatever we've seen now in Koda, last year also there was too much of application based questions.
There is, because CBSE is emphasizing.
This is what I realize, that too many application based questions. They have to apply their.
Of course. If you have observed a pattern, ma'am, the school examination, I'm talking about 2-3 years back when they started with the competency based question, it was hardly one question in a paper, competency based question, which was for 4 marks. I clearly remember only one question, rest of the paper was normal. One question competency based, now they have increased it to 40% of the paper. If you have observed last year's paper, the MCQs are also competency based. It's not directly taken from the textbook. If you know the concept, apply and answer the question. So each and every question pattern, we will be also discussing the question pattern. Each and every question pattern they have included competency based question. And if the child has not understood anything, so we will not be it is not possible for the kid to attempt it. इसीलिए The demos that I take always, I make sure to make post, they will not do anything in the concepts which are there in grade 10. So my will be first clear the foundation and then go ahead. Bina foundation ke concepts cannot be built in grade 10, and grade 10 syllabus, trust me, it is very simple to understand, and it has a it needs a foundation for grade 7 and grade 8. So if your foundation is not clear, very difficult to make the concepts in grade 10. So foundation is clear in all the chapters which we do. I'm talking about science. Maths, though, it is done in the first half of the session, first week of the session starts. I hope that answers the question.
Ma'am, I had one question. See, if you're not able to join the particular session where which is our regular time on a given day, will we have the option to attend an alternate class on the same day, just so that next class's session also does we don't miss because of the missed previous lecture?
So the thing is, if the child has informed us that, ma'am, okay, I'm not well, I cannot attend this class, we first of all give them the option of online class. We take, if possible, just sit and listen. You don't have to read, you don't have to write anything. Listen and just, because we don't want the child to lose the connection between the first class and the third class. The second class is important. So we don't want that. So इसलिए हम उनको advise करते हैं, take the online class, just sit, listen to whatever we are saying. You don't have to say answers, you don't have to say anything, don't discuss it, just listen. If in case it is not possible for the child to attend online also, and you have informed us that, ma'am, okay, so and so child is not able to, will not be able to attend online as well as offline, then as I said, the child will be missing that topic and the connection won't be there for the third class. So if you have informed, we make it sure that when child is attending the third class, we make it sure that the second class, whatever is happened, we give a gist to the child and the child is connected to the third class. Or ऐसा भी होता है कि giving a gist is not enough sometimes. So that topic, a particular topic is there, तो वो miss हो जाता है, तो we cover it later also. As sir said, in catch-up classes and revision classes. अगर वो एकदम बहुत detail में topic उनको कराना है तो नहीं तो before every class there is a gist of the previous class that is taken, a short revision of whatever is taken in the previous class.
So almost all your batches on a given day, they all move together.
Sir, in one day we have one grade 10 का batch. अगर आपने offline attend नहीं किया, you want to attend online, so it won't be happening on the same day. It will happen, the same topic will be taken in online class, but not the same day. It will be some other day in the same week. ऐसा होगा. So week wise, all the batches are on the same line.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Yeah. So that was about the timelines. Then the sessions. So it will be as per the batch timings. For some of you who have taken the admissions, who have already sent the PDF copy of the timetables and everything. And as I said, in most of the things, I've already informed you that batches are interchangeable, like offline to online, online to offline. In case if you miss something, okay, so that is allowed. But of course, that cannot be taken for granted. It is like once we can understand, those things, then when you it will be offline in the center, okay, at the center. And for online we use Google Meet, and a lot of parents, they requested about the center location as well. So this year actually we are planning to open up a new center near the school, okay, at Santa Cruz, okay, so which will be very close to the to the school, okay. So you're definitely most welcome to join there, okay. So that is one thing. Next is notes. So notes is 1 minute. Yeah. So notes, we will be giving you the physical copy of science and math book. So you will be getting. So this physical copy will be available for both online and offline. So offline mein, we will be giving it to the kids who are coming to the center. But for online, what the parents have to do is you will have to come to the center. So we will be mentioning. Probably it will be on a Saturday or a Sunday. So don't worry. So you will just have to come to the center and you can collect your notes from there, the physical copy. Now this is very important because all the homeworks will be from this physical copy which we will be giving it to you. Okay. So and practice sheets I've already mentioned you, which will be there in the app, so that you can do it. But majorly the most important thing is this physical copy, because this is what we will be following, like this thing like for the homeworks and everything. And apart from this, the questions which I will be doing it will be in the PPT. So that is different. The questions which I take up in the class is different. Physical copy of the book which I'll be giving you, that will be as the homework. And the third is the practice sheets which are again there in the app. Okay. So these are the three things which we will be providing. Okay. So PPTs I already told you it's available. So everything is available for offline and online. So there is no difference as such with respect to materials and everything. Even the, the class duration or the teachers and everything will remain same. It's only that offline may you're coming physically to the center, and online may it will be through Google Meet. That's the only difference. Otherwise, there is no difference between the classes. Then books. There are certain reference books which you can follow. For math, if I talk about, for math you don't need any reference books. The materials which I am giving you, that is more than enough, more than sufficient. If you only do that, full marks पक्का है, ठीक है, अगर उसको अच्छे से किया तो that is more than enough. You don't need any reference books for that. Probably in the month of I think Priyanka ma'am will explain about it further. The most important thing is about the notebooks for mathematics. Now this becomes very crucial. Okay, so I request everyone to make a note of this. This is very important. So for notebooks, for math, you will require two notebooks. Okay, so one will be for classwork. Okay, and one will be for the homework, the physical copy which I spoke about earlier about that notes. Okay, usme all those questions will be in your homework. Now please write this down, everyone. Please do not lose your math classwork book. कुछ भी हो जाए, please, the moment it is done, do not throw it away. Keep it somewhere very safe. Very important. Locker में रख दो, कोई problem नहीं है, ठीक है? But please keep it, because I have seen every year पेरेंट्स को प्रॉब्लम आता है लास्ट में, स्टूडेंट्स को नहीं आता है. आई हैव सीन पेरेंट्स फ्रॉम माहिम एंड दादर रनिंग टुवर्ड्स सांता क्रूज ड्यूरिंग द बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन. जेरोक्स मिलेगा क्या उसका, एंड देन दे आर गोइंग टू द स्कॉलर्स एंड ऑल दोस प्लेसेस. वो पेरेंट्स को भी टेंशन आ रहा है, उनका एग्जाम है, अभी मैं बुक दूंगी तो यू नो व्हाट विल हैपन एंड ऑल. सो इट बिकेम्स अ chaos. So my sincere request is, and if the students are listening to this, इसको भाई ले लो अच्छे से, मैथ्स का स्पेशली. द रीज़न इज़ I give you my personal promises कि भाई मेरे जो questions है which I'm doing it in the class, because that is what you are going to have a bird's view during your board examinations. ठीक है, so आप PPT में जो मेरे questions रहेंगे, the questions will be there, and in your hand this classwork books will be there. So you will be, that's all, because you will not get time during the board examination to sit and do the questions, right? Time नहीं मिलेगा. You will just have to go through everything. So these books are very important. ठीक है? So this is all about notebooks. Okay? Yeah, Priyanka ma'am, about science.
Yeah, so for science also we will be providing the reference books to you. Some of the students might have it, but we will be providing one reference book from our side. Again, there should be three notebooks for physics, chemistry, and bio. And as sir said, science books are also important, so please don't lose them. What I advise the kids generally is keep a 200 pages notebook for all physics, chemistry, and bio. Three notebooks, 200 pages, because you won't take 200 pages throughout the year for science. मतलब you have one physics notebook which is 200 pages. It can go through for a year. So आपको वो खत्म हो गया and रख दो, and then I forgot where I kept, वो नहीं चाहिए. So keep 200 pages from the beginning, and you will carry it in the class every day if you're coming in for offline, and you will sit with it if you are sitting for the online batches. You can if you want. Or there is one more notebook which is blank and a ruled page. One notebook also is available in the market. You can use that as well. Not an issue. It's not compulsory that you need blank pages for bio. You can use a ruled page book also. Okay. Then the most important part for grade 10 is the reference book of Oswald. Now Oswald reference books are very famous for grade 10 CBSE students. We do not advise you to take Oswald right now, but we would like you to purchase Oswald book in the month of November or December. Why? Because Oswald books जो अभी available है, they are not new edition book. Okay, जो the papers which are which came in the board exam this year, that is for 24, 25 board exams which were there. Those papers are published in Oswald books in for the month of November and December. So if you want the latest papers, latest sample papers which is given by the CBSE board, then you need to purchase the books in the month of November and December for Oswald. Also, Oswald has a variety of books. Some of the Oswald books has only question papers. Some of the Oswald books has only notes. Some of the Oswald books has only like 21 sets, question papers, sample papers, previous year's board papers. So there are variety of Oswald books available in the market. In the month of November and December, as soon as the book is published, I will send you an Amazon link. Okay, please click from that link, or you can take the picture, show it to the shop, and you take that same book from the shop. Because I don't want, because last year it happened that some of the students got the practice paper Oswald book. It was Oswald, but it was practice paper, and more or less it looks same. So there is a special book of Oswald which has the notes of a particular chapter. It has question answers based on the particular chapter, as well as it consists of the questions which appeared 10 years back in the previous board papers also. It has mnemonics, it has mind maps, everything is mentioned in the Oswald book. Also, one of the important things that because of which I like Oswald book is a particular question can be asked in many ways. Answer remains the same. Question is twisted. So suppose if a particular question is asked in three ways in board exam, previous years or previous to previous years board papers, those three type of questions are there and there is one answer provided because the answer remains the same. So the child knows that this question can be answered in this way, and this way. That is clearly mentioned in the Oswald books. Also, Oswald books has the answer clips or the paper clips which the toppers of the board have written. So it gives the student an idea how am I going to write the paper. Very important for grade 10. You need to understand the mindset of the examiners. Rather than what knowledge you have, they test more on the presentation. It is sad, but it is true. There are many things which you need to think from the psychological point of view of the examiner as well. CBSE is made like that actually. So there are answer paper clips, small pictures of a particular answer. As in, the topper student has written this answer in this way. They have underlined it. They have put the questions. They have put the answers in the box. If there is a chemical reaction, how they have written the chemical reaction. What is the handwriting? What is the space between each and every word? All these things are important. Kids do not understand this. They feel that अगर मुझे अगर सब कुछ आ रहा है तो I can top the exam. It is not right. मतलब मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगी कि पूरा गलत है, लेकिन your paper presentation matters. It helps you to get good marks. मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगी आप paper presentation अच्छा लिखो and you do not know anything about, no. But if you know the concept and if you are aiming for a full mark in a paper, your presentation is equally important. You know the concept, you present it very well, you get a full marks. That is our guarantee. So that will be important. Also, we instruct the kids from day one for each and every topic in science as well as in maths. As in, अगर ये topic हम पढ़ा रहे, we are teaching this topic. Which are the questions expected from this topic in your board exam? How can they be asked in the exam? How will you answer? Handwriting is taken care of from the first day in our classes. Suppose we have to make it sure that handwriting legible, I'm not saying super good handwriting you need, but the legible handwriting and space. मेरा सिर्फ इतना expectation है. You keep space so that it looks neat, and at least the examiner should be able to read what you have written. So that is given an importance from day one. The child, of course, has to take efforts for this, but then the child needs to accept whatever instructions we have given. Because there are cases wherein the child has written the answer brilliantly, but the presentation is not good. And trust me, the examiners do not have time to read the answer. The examiner has to correct 100 papers in a day. I have corrected board papers. So I understand the mentality of a board examiner. 100 papers in a day. If you're writing answers in paragraphs, I cannot read it. I do not have time to read paragraphs and paragraphs. So there's a way of making an examiner understand that yes, I know the answer. So that way is taught to the kids in the class. Everyday basis पे होता है. Even when we are giving you the micro tests and all, when the papers are corrected and sent back to you, the feedback is written in the test paper that okay, this child has written it, but then this needs to be done for paper presentation. All these things are given by us it's the only thing that the child has to accept it from day one. You know, right? That to form a habit, we just 21 days. We just need 21 days to form any kind of habit. We are starting from day one, and you have the whole year to form that habit. So start from day one, and slowly and gradually. You don't have to take efforts to underline the words, to make you put the answer in the box, to write the way I have asked you to write. अगर day one से करोगे तो there is no problem that you will be facing in your board exam. So you have to make it sure that all the things are done. Reference book, coming back to OSWAL, reference book for OSWAL, again I'm repeating, November December is the time when we will be when you will be purchasing it. I will be sharing the link. Please take that same book. You can purchase it from a shop also. Make it sure the cover, whatever is written on the cover, is there in the book that you have taken. That is the only thing. If you will purchase the book now for OSWAL, which is not required at all, you will not get the latest sample papers and this year's board papers. So we advise it to take it in the month of November or December. We will guide you for the same. The messages will be forwarded to the parents accordingly. Yeah, that's it.
Then I think we already spoke about. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, what about maths reference books?
Math reference book not required, ma'am. So the books which I am providing, that is more than sufficient. Because what I have done is all the practice sheets, as well as the notes which I will be giving you, as well as the questions which I have taken in the PPTs, okay, from where I'm teaching, they are all been taken from RS, RD, OSWAL, all the good books. वहाँ से I have handpicked those questions and I have given those questions. So you don't have to worry about for the reference books for that. Hello?
Priya, or yeah, this is Arnav's mother.
Yes, ma'am.
So for 9th standard, we used to refer all in one for science. So for 10th also, do we have to refer all in one for science?
Ma'am, for science, I will be giving the notes. You can refer only those. You don't have to purchase any other book. Only OSWAL is required, which you have to purchase in the month of November, December.
Okay, thank you.
Priyanka ma'am, Manisha Garwal here.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many students will be there in the one batch?
One batch offline, online?
Online.
Ma'am, there are maximum seven students ka batch in online.
Okay, so how do you segregate? Because some students are little, everybody is different now. So how do you segregate them?
Ma'am, of course, when we are teaching, so first of all, when we start our classes, we make it sure that the students are switching on the camera. तो आधा चीज तो मुझे उनके एक्सप्रेशन से समझ में आता है. ऐसा भी होता है that the kids are not keeping the cameras on. We insist, but then my camera is not working, ma'am. Internet connection is weak, ma'am. There are these bahanas which comes to us, but ठीक है, no problem. How we handle is we have that micro test. When we were doing when we were explaining you the way we go ahead, we have explained you that every week we have the micro test with us. So micro test.
No, in one batch, maybe sometimes some of the students are good and some are little. How do you? So they will create a little hindrance, and you are lagging the women's studies. So how do you segregate them according to their?
Ma'am, कैसे होता है पता है? This is how we do it. We actually make it sure that first of all, we actually make it sure that all the kids are answering. If a particular child is not understanding, the child will not answer. So we make it sure that the child is made to answer so that we know that he has understood or not understood. Okay. Secondly, we also prefer that the kids, as we said, if the child has not understood a particular concept, then the child can himself or herself come and tell us that, ma'am, you did this in the class, but I have not understood. It's completely fine with us. We can take a session again with the particular child. Thirdly, the micro test, which we said, once the test is done, we get the results, and from those results also we understand that okay, this child is needs a little more help. So then, according to that, the instructions in the class are modified. So that would create an issue.
Okay, I'm not talking about the bad student. I'm talking about the good student, because sometimes what happened now, the good students also facing a problem because the other one is so sometimes you just make a group according to that. It should be good for student also and for teachers also.
Actually, how we go about is in case if the child is like we feel that okay, the child needs help in almost all the topics, we make it sure that we inform it to the parents first, that okay, the child is
So that you
continuously.
can make the batch a different type of batches. What type of students need or what type of thing. So that should be good for you also, for the student also, because some students do it and some students. So I am talking about the good students also, because they are also facing the problem. So because the
And
bad
good
students are they are also
there are no bad students actually.
bad thing,
See,
but in studies are not a bad in
understood
the sense.
the
In
kids
not, but
understood.
that is why I'm not using those words. But you can't understand. That is why I'm
Yeah,
using. Yeah, yeah.
ma'am, it
No,
is.
no,
It
not a
is what
bad one because some are
I
not
understood it.
focusing. No, no,
I
not
understood it,
focusing
ma'am.
only the thing. Bad and
I
good
understood.
name. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
understood. You want to say that the students who perform very well, they should not be
Yes,
affected,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes,
Ma'am,
and
it doesn't
what
happen.
happened? The other one also facing the problem because उसको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
Ma'am,
And
it's a big test.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
So
the thing is, I understood your concern, ma'am. The thing is, as I said, if in case the student is performing well in the class, the student won't be affected because the students who are not performing very well, they would be having the extra classes and they would be having. ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा कि एक बच्चा अच्छे से perform नहीं कर रहा है, I got it, so I'm going to ask all the questions to that child. No, it may not. It will not happen. मतलब मैं अपने अच्छे बच्चों को बहुत ज्यादा अच्छे से परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं उनको नहीं मैं छोड़ सकती ना, ऑफ कोर्स इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. द
no,
ओनली थिंग व्हाट आई
छोड़ना
वांट
नहीं
टू
है,
से,
but वही है कि वो
what I want to
प्रॉब्लम
say
होती है,
is,
दोनों को प्रॉब्लम होती है वो जो
right, what I want to
student is
say is
lacking.
the students who are not performing very well, they would be doing some extra work other than the regular classes.
Okay.
That is what I want to say. It won't affect the regular classes and whatever is happening. जो अच्छे बच्चे perform करें वो अच्छा ही perform. In fact, we as teachers would be of course encouraging them to do very well. लेकिन the students who are not scoring that well, who needs a little more help, उनका extra sessions होता है. That won't affect the kids who are scoring very well. उनको separately लिया जाता है. So उनको कोई problem नहीं होगा. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Priyanka ma'am, just one question. See, on this reference book which you mentioned that we should buy November, December, I just want a clarification. Because sir mentioned this year, for example, almost 40% questions will be based on competency and something which has started very recently, right? And while your PPT, etc., is also based on last 12, 13 years of your own experience and various books that you would have referred and prepared this. But the most important thing what I saw is that Oswald you mentioned the same answer in different ways how it can be asked, and probably it involves competency-based questions also. Okay, will it make sense? Okay, that all the students by now, as and when you finish a topic, okay, they refer to that, look at the various ways in which questions can be asked relating to a particular topic. Okay, so that they start working on it in their mind. Okay, and as far as one last year book paper is concerned, I think that one somebody can buy that book and copies can be made and shared. And typically last year paper का repeat तो next year करते नहीं है, बहुत कम होता है, because typically they go back at least 2-3 years back type of questions which get repeated, right? So what happens is that children know if they studied a topic, okay, your PPT will have some questions relating to the topic, but the ways and means in which the question can be asked, different ways, they can keep working on that simultaneously. Okay, so they don't have to wait till October, November when they are working on the test paper.
Okay, so to answer the question, sir, we regularly update the presentation that we use in the class. First of all, as in, the way the CBSE is updating the syllabus, we update our presentations accordingly. Secondly, I told you that I will be giving you one reference book. That one reference book has notes, question answers, assertion reasoning, competency based questions, almost all the types of questions which will be asked in the board exam. It has competency based questions also, HOTS also. Okay, so that is the reason we will be giving these notes initially when we are starting with the chapter, so that the students, I also wanted that if I taught a student this topic, I want the kid to go back and refer to the questions which will be based on that same topic. So that for that we will be giving the reference book. Why I pressurize always the kids to get an OSWAL, the only thing is, first of all, as you said, that we can get the last year's board paper from any of the students, and as it is, it's not important. It is actually why, because you know the way the questions are asked in the board paper. Last week, अगर आप देखोगे throughout, the board has changed its pattern a lot. Because as I said, first 2-3 years back there was only one competency based question. Now 40% of the syllabus questions are competency based. So you get that change. Okay, last year ये पूछा था difficulty level. You understand what is the difficulty level? Is it average? Is it low? Is it very high? How many challenging questions are there? All these things the child gets an idea of, and it has 3 sets. The board gives 3 sets of grade 10 papers, so that is there in the OSWAL. So whichever set आप refer करना चाहते हो, you can compare the level of the sets as well. Also, OSWAL has mind maps, which is very important for the last moment of revision. वो सारे बुक्स में नहीं होता है सर माइंड मैप्स. सो ये जो माइंड मैप्स है ना, ये ओसवाल में अवेलेबल होते हैं. प्लस दे आल्सो गिव द एक्सपेक्टेड सैंपल पेपर ऑफ दिस ईयर. OSWAL gives you expected, मतलब कौन से type of question can appear in 25 and 26 board exam, that is also given. So when you are appearing for that practice paper, 2-3 practice papers are created by OSWAL actually. So when you appear for that practice paper, you get a hang on difficulty level, you get a hang on type of questions, and that is why I am saying November and December, because OSWAL publications making sure that they are incorporating all the policies which are given by the CBSE board. इसीलिए they publish it in the month of November and December. मतलब there is a logic. ये सारा जनरली अगर आप देखोगे ना, तो स्कूल में अभी जो 2 एग्जाम्स वाला जो आया है, if you ask in the school, they will, हाँ ये draft है, this will be happening, but then the update will come in the month of July, because the CBSE is just experimenting. The 2 exams are a thing which has come up, it's still not finalized. Feedbacks are taken from Kendriya Vidyalaya schools. If you know KV schools, they are centralized schools. The feedbacks are being given by the schools till now. That is the reason they have said till month of July or June or July, probably the schools will get a final update. This is just a draft. So ये सारी चीजें, the policies, the type of question, how many, they are also saying that it will be 60-40. This is still again a draft. 60% from board examinations and 40% from internals. This is also a draft. So ये सारी चीजें incorporate करके सर नवंबर दिसंबर तक तो कोई नहीं रुकता ना. CBSE has almost finalized everything. सारी चीजें आ जाती हैं. So that is the reason they take it out in the month of November, December, ताकि the students get a fresh hang of what is going to come. इसीलिए हम OSWAL को थोड़ा ज़्यादा प्रेफरेंस देते हैं. मतलब if I insist the kids कि आप कर लो, मतलब just like a final touch for the kids कि कर लो. Last moment I do not ask students to prefer any other book than OSWAL. Just take OSWAL for science. Take it as a Bible and start playing. And ऐसा भी नहीं है कि मैं जो reference book दे रहा हूँ उसमें different answer है, OSWAL में different answer है. No, same answers are there. We have gone through it. So child will not have a conflict. यार इसमें तो ये नहीं पढ़ा था, ये answer था, ये particular question. That this doesn't happen.
Understood. Okay, thanks, ma'am.
And that was very detailed. One small thing in the offline session, what is the batch strength? Sorry, if you would have mentioned perhaps.
The batch strength for offline students?
Yes.
I think we have a batch strength of 9 or 10 students max for offline.
Okay.
Not more than that. 10 students max, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं जाता, because we make it sure that each and every child has to be taken care of. When the teacher is asking them maths as well as science, when the teacher has asked them to do something, the teacher makes it sure. But how we are teachers, so we make it sure that we are roaming around in the class checking what the child has done. Specifically in case of physics and chemistry, I have to make it sure that we are moving around and we are checking what the child is doing. Samne बैठ के it doesn't happen. The child will show that I am doing, but the child doesn't do anything. It's a latest pattern that we have discovered in the kids. So we make it sure that we do it. So 10, not more than 10 students.
Thank you.
Ma'am, how do you ensure that the child takes all the test series? Because my major worry is the test.
Now, actually, the test series, suppose if in case there were 4 test papers for science, 25%, for example, 4 test papers for science, 25%. If the child has not given the first test paper, we send a message that the child has not sent the test paper. We send a message to the parents so that the parent know that my child has not sent the answer paper. ऐसा भी होता है that the child has, if the child is taking online class, the child has attended the paper at home because of something, not well or whatever, and then we ask the child to hand over the test paper in the center. तो आपको टेस्ट सीरीज वैसे भी सेंटर पे आके देना है offline. If the child is absent, the parent is informed immediately the next day that the particular child's paper is not received by us. So that way the parents will know that my child has not attended the paper. Also, we make it sure if the child is, I mean, if the child is like, okay, ma'am, I have missed it because of certain reason, can I give it the next day? Because between each and every paper, there's a gap of 2 days for test series. So child can also, because he is not well, या जो भी problem हुआ है, because of some problem the child is not attended, the child can give the paper the next day also, but it is only taken after, it is only done after taking permission. And we need to be informed. We will tell you, okay, the child can attend the test paper and so date, and then the child can, because we need to create a different test paper then.
So, do the child has to come to the center and give all the tests, or
We recommend the child to come to that center and give the test paper, but there are some kids who are staying a little far away and it is not possible for the child to come to the class again and again. In that case, we can have the test online. So in that case, what will happen is the child will be submitting the soft copy of the paper. We have not received it. We will inform the parent that we have not received the paper of a certain child.
so and when are the tests conducted? Because in 9th,
Test series,
Saturday or Sunday, right?
the micro tests are conducted on a Sunday, and the test series will start from November, December.
Okay, so I'm talking about the micro tests.
Micro test also same way, ma'am. If the child is appearing the test online, and if the child is not, if he's submitting, we have not received, we will send a message. If the child has not given, obviously we will not send it. So we will send a message that we have not received the test paper.
Okay, but so it's a request from my side. So I'm Arnav's mother. You know him that no,
Yeah.
he's not given any test throughout the year. So
No,
how
actually, it was as we said, it was 9th standard. So 9th standard may we do not as in we are not having that compulsion for grade 9, because they are not going to appear for the test series in the month of November, December. They have the test throughout. So अगर बच्चे ने micro test नहीं दिया है, तो still we have the test before the examination. So cover हो जाता है. But test series का problem है, grade 10 का problem ये है कि you need to appear for the test series, and for the test series you need to make sure that topic wise every test is covered. So if in case for grade 10 test micro test is not appeared, we make it sure that the kid is appearing for the test. It is going to be useful for your test series. So compulsorily all the micro tests needs to be appeared for grade 10.
Yeah, so it's a request that no, after the class or in the next class, if you no make him understand the importance of test series and
No, if you're talking about Arnav, I am going to meet Arnav. I want to meet him.
yes,
So personally समझाने वाली हूँ मैं, so don't worry. I
Yeah.
come that side, so I'll meet
Even
him.
Arnav, is he there around, ma'am?
he just so we are on vacation and he just ran away.
He ran
Going
away.
that-
Yeah, every time whenever I come, he
No,
runs
don't
away.
worry. I have a plan of meeting Arnav personally, because I want to talk, because I was like, why is Arnav, as in why is he performing this way? So मैंने और अरविंद सर ने सोचा है कि we have to meet Arnav personally. So I will talk to him, not to worry, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
thanks a lot.
Yeah. So people, we will quickly finish off. Okay.
Yes.
So
One last
Yeah.
question. Madam, this micro test and test series, as children keep writing, so parents will get what is the scoring so that they understand how the child is progressing on a.
So the corrected papers will be sent on the email ID of the parent as well as the child.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you.
So, as rightly with the conversation you might have understood, so micro tests are basically the topical, chota test, 30 marks test, which happens on every Sunday. Okay. So there are two options for micro test. One, you can come to the center. Okay. So this is specifically for offline students. So offline students will come to the center and they will be giving the test. But offline students also have an option wherein, in case if you want to not come to the center and give it at home, okay, that option is available, wherein in that case it's very simple, just inform us whether you will be giving it, because I understand, see what happens is initially एक महीना क्या होता है ना, थोड़ा जोश में they start, but then it's a Sunday morning, so what we have observed is sometimes the students don't come to the center just for that 1 hour ka paper. So it's completely fine, I understand, for that 1 hour, you have to get up, come to the center for that 1 hour and then go back, the traveling. So I'm talking about with respect to practicality, because हम लोग experience से बता रहे हैं, ठीक है? So what you can do is, the option is available wherein you can actually give the test. The only thing is just we will be sending the paper to your email ID. Okay, so make sure that it is happening like within the stipulated time. Do not give like 5-10 minutes extra. Full marks milna important hai, but not at the cost of time, right? Because even completing the paper on time is very important. Day one se agar thoda sa if we focus, then eventually it's all about habit. As Priyanka ma'am said, no, कि थोड़ा habit के लिए time लगेगा. They have just started. So let us give them some, don't give. In case if they are giving it at home, please do not, give that 5 minutes, 10 minutes extra. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to ask that if at all he is not able to make it at 9:30 on that Sunday, is the center open throughout the day?
No, ma'am.
When no, only that period.
Yeah, it's only for that period it is open. So probably because there are certain 12th standard students also come for the examination, so that is, so they sit for that 3 hour ka, NEET ka test and all those things, practice it. So maximum they are there till 11:30, 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if he is missing that 9:30, then he will have to give offline on, online on.
Online, yeah. That online में there is no problem because we send
नहीं
the
नहीं मुझे
paper.
तो offline ही चाहिए.
No, I
Online
understand.
is like I don't know how serious they do, but Sundays that there's something I'll have to check. Okay, I'll talk on one with you.
चलेगा ma'am, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
Sir, so when we will be getting the venue of the offline classes so that we can figure out if we want to opt for online or offline.
this is actually next to Podar School. So Podar School के बाहर ही there is this skywalk, ठीक है? So skywalk के यहाँ पे there is the second building from the skywalk. It's called as, I think, Tirupati Towers or something. So
It's Tirupati Shopping Center.
Yeah, Tirupati.
It's Tirupati Shopping Center.
Next to Poda School.
Next to
Podar School, 5 minutes walking.
Hardly
Not
5
more than
minutes.
Okay, that venue
But
is
we
fixed.
will be starting the center from the month of May, as in after vacation.
It will
because
be
work is
after
still going on.
vacations because currently it is occupied, by a different this thing. Okay, so they will be emptying that premise in the month of April. So after
Okay,
that,
then by that time, till that time, how long we have to take offline, or we will be giving online and any other venue for that till those days?
You can come in for offline in the Bandra Center
Bandra
till
Center.
the time. After vacations, we'll be shifting to near Santa Cruz.
Okay, so Bandra Center is only till May, and from May
Yeah,
onwards
we are planning to. Yes, sir. We are planning to have the Bandra Center only till the month of May because we have got many things related to the center, and students prefer more near the school. So we are planning to shift completely towards the school, which is hardly 5 minutes from the school.
But then
So
the
it will be easier for
timings
the students.
will be changed as well.
Same.
Because science
No.
is at 6 in the evening.
No, it will
And
be the
science
same time.
timing can't change.
But
Science timing can't change.
Then next to school won't be point. There won't be a point to have the school. This next to school. 6 o'clock again coming back from Dadar to Santa Cruz will be a task.
Is he staying Dadar?
Exactly.
Okay.
So there is no point of coming all the way again twice a day. He will be traveling to Santa Cruz. Then Bandra was good. So I was thinking that you're shifting to Santa Cruz only so that the Podar kids, once they leave at 12:30, they will go at 1 o'clock to the class, eat in that 45 minutes, 1 o'clock, 1 to 3:30, they can have the science or maths lecture and then they can go home once for all. If they are going to travel so much back and forth, then the travel time is going in traveling only.
Okay. We'll work it out, ma'am. We'll work it out.
But that has to be before admission.
Of course, after the orientation.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, so test series, I already informed about the test series. Okay, and obviously the parents, or in fact the students who are actually giving the micro test at home, test series, my preference would be come to the
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was trying to. Ma'am, actually, what one parent just said, I also fully agree. Traveling back and forth at 6 o'clock in the evening in peak traffic is going to be very difficult to Santa Cruz. Preferably, if you can have it just after school, maybe little, if you can work on the timing. Because for me also, if it was Bandra at 6 o'clock, I still was okay. But now traveling to Santa Cruz at 6 o'clock is going to be very, very difficult for me.
Because it is prime time.
Yeah, ma'am,
But
what we can
it is
do
peak
is,
time.
yeah,
Even
ma'am,
if it is a little earlier, we can work out.
yeah,
But
ma'am,
6 o'clock,
Ma'am, just give
Yeah.
me 1 minute. What we will do is, because it's already more than an hour now. Okay, what we will do is we'll just finish off with the orientation for everyone. Okay, and all kind of questions, especially the personal ones related to the traveling and everything, we'll keep it at the end, so that at least the other parents they can actually leave. Okay. So
Okay.
we'll just finish
Okay.
it off quickly in 10 minutes. Okay, because after that we can keep all the questions at the end. Okay. So yeah. So as I said, for the test papers, okay, the people who are actually giving the test papers at home, obviously the invigilation has to be a little bit strict, okay, and all the answer keys for the test papers will be given to the students along with the answers, along with the corrected answer sheets, okay. So that is one thing. Now about the test series, November, December, and Jan. These 3 months will be the test series. The first November, May, it will be a 25% syllabus, wherein it will be like we will be dividing the chapters into smaller chunks, but it will be a 80 marks paper which the students will be giving. That will be in the month of November. December, May, it will be 50% syllabus, again 80 marks paper, but it will be like so all these tests will be 4 times in a month. So 4 science and 4 math. Now, in case if the parent has taken only math or only science, so it will be 4 tests and 4 tests depending. And if they are taken both math and science, it will be 8 tests in totality, like the entire month. Okay. And finally, in the month of January, it will be the total 100% syllabus. Okay. So it will be the total 100% syllabus which we will be taking over. Now, internals, this your school will also mention you people. Internals are very important, especially if the students are listening. Okay, do not fight with your teachers in school. ठीक है, internals are very important. थोड़ा सा एक साल कंट्रोल कर लो अपने आप को. ठीक है, so all your periodics, portfolios, practicals and everything. So these are the bifurcations for your internals. Directly 20 marks मिलेंगे internals के. Okay, so थोड़ा सा pay attention to internals also. Okay. Test paper format, currently there is no change in the test paper format. Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, I just want to add in this for the kids. When sir is saying do not fight with your teachers, it is like you don't have to keep quiet also. मतलब ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए that the kid is very quiet in the class, he is not answering, maybe he is not understanding he has not understood the concept. This is the understanding that the teacher might have if you keep quiet in the class and you do not answer. You need to be active in the class. Okay? Do not fight with the teachers as in मैम मुझे हाफ मार्क नहीं मिला है, मैम मुझे 1 मार्क दो, मुझे इसमें आंसर मिलना चाहिए. No, it's all right. School marks are not going to affect anywhere. You just have to concentrate that you are maintaining a rapport with the teachers. एकदम ही quiet बैठोगे, it's not possible that the teacher will understand that whether you have understood everything in the class or not. So you need to be active. Active in the sense when the teacher is asking, raise your hands for the answer. Give answer even if it's wrong. It's completely fine. Teacher just see कि अच्छा ठीक है ये active है, tries to answer, takes pain, takes efforts to answer. All these things are made note of. Finally, जब teacher को 20 marks देने के लिए बैठ जाता है ना, because we have worked in Kodar, so we know. So CBSE school, almost all the CBSE schools are like this only. So when they start sending the marks to the finals, एक एक बच्चे को याद किया जाता है. So this is the way, because there are marks also in the performance of the class, how the child is behaving in the class, how active the person is he participating in the class discussions or not. ये सारी चीजें are taken into consideration and marks are allotted. When the teacher remembers the child, हाँ ये बच्चा तो पता आंसर देता है, raise hand करता है, even if it's wrong answer दे रहा है ये याद नहीं रहेगा, but answer दे रहा है ये याद रहता है, and the teacher directly writes 20 and forwards it. So be active in the class is what we want to say. Half mark you can ask, ma'am, okay, this is not corrected. Can you check it and increase the marks? Allowed. But if it's corrected and you feel अच्छा मुझे इसमें आधा marks और मिलना ही चाहिए, teacher has not marked me correctly, forget about it. Don't fight with the teacher.
Do not argue basically, that is what we are
No,
trying
don't
to say.
argue basically.
Just,
It's okay.
it's
School
okay.
marks है, we are concerned.
We are all
with board
talking
exams.
from the
Half mark and
experience.
1 mark, हाँ, half mark and 1 mark के लिए अपना रैपो खराब मत करना टीचर के सामने is what I want to say. It's
Yeah.
completely fine. Just concentrate on your participation in the class.
Okay. There is no change in the format as such. So currently there is no change. It is the same format about the same which is there in the board examination. That is 20 marks will be directly, section A will be of 20 marks. MCQs for both math and science. Wherein science mein there will be assertion and reasoning questions. I have repeatedly told this is very important. So 2 assertion and reasoning questions for math and 4 assertion and reasoning questions for science. This is where we have to concentrate more. Okay, rest everything remains same. अभी तक फिलहाल तो कुछ change है नहीं. It is
The
everything
final
exactly
will
same.
be there in the month of July. The test series and the micro tests are also in this same format. If
Yeah.
the board changes the format, we will gradually change the
We
test
will also
paper
change
and
the
the micro
format as
test
per se.
pattern.
Yeah. And yeah, this is the most important part. So I think Priyanka ma'am, you can take over.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, somebody is asking something, I think.
No, it was just one person.
Okay. So this basically every parent knows whoever's child is going to grade 10 that CBSE has started with two examinations. I'll just give an overall idea because again, as I said, it's a draft. It's not the final changes. Feedback is being taken and then it will be finalized in the month of June and July. Two exams ka pattern is already as in accepted by the board and the schools have to go ahead with the same. So in the month of September, they will give you the examination forms to fill, wherein there will be an option of opting for even either one examination or you want to appear for both the examinations. So it is upon you. Most of the teachers and the schools are preferring say two examinations. So they are saying कि okay आप दे दो आपको नहीं देना है end में मत दो but at least opt for two examination in case something happens you can go for a second chance. So second examination is basically the improvement concern which is shown by the board CBSE board because they don't want the kids to be stressed. So that is the reason they have come up with a second examination pattern. For us, the timelines are not going to change. We are going to take it as there is only one examination in the month of February, and we are going to complete the syllabus and the test series accordingly. So no changes in our timeline. It will be according to the last year's pattern, as in thinking that the examination is in the month of February. So this for this academic year, September is a time wherein you have to opt. There would be no changes once the examination form is submitted. So when you are filling the submission form, you need to make thick and submit it. Schools are preferring that you give two examinations. Now it is the decision of the child and the parents, and it's no harm in filling two examinations. So you need to pay two examination fees if you're opting for one examination. Of course, one examination fee will be taken accordingly. Then the once the examination forms are filled, they will be having the examination in the month of February. It is, I think, from 17th of February till 6th of March. This is the first examination. These are the range of the first examination dates. And the second examination will start from 5th of May to 20th of May. Okay. So first examination, which is 17th of February to 6th of March. The papers will be given by the kids as usual. The results you will not get the results in your hand. The results will be given as a soft copy. It will be sent to the DG locker. So वो सारा pattern वो सब school करेगा. Not you don't have to worry. They will give you the format of what are the steps that you need to follow. So the result will be there in the DG locker. You can use it as a soft copy. This is not considered as a passing certificate of the kid. Why? Because the second exam is still not done. If you have opted for both. Then, if the child is appearing for the second examination results are expected in the month of, I think, June or July, and then the certificate that you get is the passing certificate. So, in case we have only opted for one examination in the February, the mark sheet can be used. The soft copy of the mark sheet can be used for your grade 11 admission. So that won't create a problem in grade 11 admission because that will be accepted by the government. Okay, passing certificate and everything you will get after the second examination. Mark sheets will be given. Passing certificate and also first examination soft copy of mark sheet which will be there in DigiLocker will be only the marks you have got in the board exams paper, the one which you have written in February. It is not going to consist the internal assessments and whatever. Only the marks that you have scored. मतलब 80 में से होगा, whatever marks you are getting. The internals and everything will be released in the passing certificate which you will get after the second examination. So that is the hard copy that you are getting with everything. If you have appeared for both the examination, the mark sheet will consist of the best of the two examinations. So whichever exam the child has performed best, that marks will be taken and it will be printed in the mark sheet. So that can be used as a passing certificate and can be used for the admission in grade 11 again. So that is about the new CBSE reforms. The syllabus is not going to change. The syllabus remains the same as last year. Last year it was already reduced, so this year they are not going to reduce. For both the exams, February as well as May exams will have the same whole syllabus. February में भी आपको एक ही मतलब same syllabus के साथ exam देना है, May में भी आपको same syllabus के साथ ही exam देना है. So there is no change with the examination syllabus in terms of the papers, the two exam papers. Anybody has any question?
But this, Manisha, one question on this two exam pattern. They will select the best of the two subject wise, or it will be your
subject wise? Subject wise. Yes.
Well, it's like they're moving towards supplementary is very important to.
I did not get it, sir. Can you repeat?
No, the second one which will be in May. Okay, this will delay all the admission process for next year, right? For 11th and all.
So that is the concern which the KVs have shown. The Kendriya Vidyalaya teachers and everybody has shown that as the results also postpone, the admission will also postpone, and then grade 11 will be suffering a lot. But the government is saying that we are taking some actions to improvise that. So they will see that what they have to do.
But I mean, what's your personal view? The student should opt for both, or should he go
Sir,
for
I think the student should opt for both. Reason is, of course, जब आप mark करोगे तो it should be for both. But when you are appearing for the February exam, you need to appear it as it is the last board exam that you have. Reason, you never know what may happen. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि एक आध पेपर में बच्चे का तबीयत ही खराब हो गया है. It happens. Nervousness है, different environment, no fans, not working properly. बहुत सारे factors है which can affect the board exam. बच्चा first paper में nervous हो जाता है, can't write anything, turns blank. Then there is no chance, second chance. So safe side mein you can opt for the second one. If you feel that my first exam was very good, I don't want to go for the second exam, don't go. It's okay.
You don't have to write only.
Don't have to write. Not compulsory. That is the reason board also suggest आपको दो एग्जाम का ऑप्शन दिया है, दोनों सिलेक्ट करो. गिव ओनली वन इफ यू अगर आपको फरवरी में भी नहीं देना है, बच्चा फील करे नहीं मुझे फरवरी में नहीं देना है, मार्च में दूंगा, मई में दूंगा, तो मई में दे दो, फिर फरवरी में मत दो. दैट इज आल्सो ऑप्शन गिवन. लेकिन what the board says, see, this policy is for all the kids. Now CBSE kids are very intelligent, bright kids also, average kids also, and low scoring kids also. So this is taken, this is formulated with considering the last category, because there are kids who are appearing for the exams, at least in the remote areas, they are appearing for the exams, kabhi kabhi pahunch hi nahi pate bacche exam centers mein. So it becomes difficult. The bacha is leaving the paper, and then the child has to suffer for the whole year. Repeat करना पड़ रहा है उसको. So for them these are the things. फिर तब बच्चे की तबीयत खराब हो गई. For them it is an advantage. फिर कोई बच्चा is not so well in studies, not good in studies. So they give the paper, and then they fail in one or two subjects. Happens. CBSE में बच्चे fail नहीं होते, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. They fail in one or two subjects, but then they have to wait for the compartment exam. So इससे ये ऑप्शन है कि फरवरी में जो डिजी लॉकर में आपको मार्कशीट मिलेगा, पता चलेगा कि आपको मार्क्स कैसा है. इफ यू फील कि अरे आई एम फेलिंग इन वन ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट्स, सो अपियर फॉर द सेकंड वन, अटेम्प्ट द एग्जाम. सो जो रिजल्ट निकलेगा दैट विल बी पास, बिकॉज आपने दोनों एग्जाम्स दिए हैं, एंड एक में तो पास हो ही जाओगे. So this is what is
Madam,
the
this is the last one. Suppose somebody opts for both the exams. Okay. You mentioned this is the first exam because it will be based on currently at least on 80 marks. Okay. Because what to get the digital scorecard will be on 80 marks. The child can still try and get an admission basis that while he has opted for both the exams.
Yes, of course. If the child has given first examination, the results will be there in the DigiLocker soft copy. It is taken as a mark sheet for taking the admission in grade 11. Government has said this. You can use it. Lekin the only thing is that DigiLocker mark sheet will not have the internal exams. It will only have the marks for the board exams. अगर बच्चा ने पास कर लिया है तो आप you can go for the 11th grade exam. जो आपका admission confirm होता है, that will be on the mark sheet. And grade 11, all the colleges will have to wait for the mark sheet, because this pattern is for all the schools. It's not only for one school. So they will have the provisions of getting the mark sheet from all the kids. Any other questions?
Yes, ma'am. Hi. Madam, for science, you will continue with the Kalina Center, right?
Kalina Center for till the month of May.
No, no,
And
no.
after that,
Kalina Center will be as it is, sir.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It will be
Kalina
as.
Center will be as it. I thought it's the Bangalore Center. Kalina Center will be as it is. There is no change in that.
okay. And what will be the timing for Kalina?
Sir, it is on Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 12:30.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. Any other question related to this, like CBSE ka, any doubt or something like that? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And
I have a
yes.
question.
Yeah.
So comparing to ICSE student, IG students, the exams will be completed and they'll get the results very soon compared to CBSE if you are opting the second exams. So the admission process will start earlier for them and for us it will be delayed. Is there something which they are planning to change this way also? Or they will, this is only for the CBSE students, they have to wait for the results and then the admissions are full in 11th grade. How can we figure out these things?
Ma'am, actually, the government will be postponing the grade 11 admissions for all. क्योंकि एक
For
board,
all,
why
huh?
the board will face injustice just because
Okay,
they have
it
to
is for all the boards, right?
It's for all. It's for all.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Any other question? Sir, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So that is the.
Hey, hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Yeah. So I think
I'm
grade.
not able to hear you guys actually. Let me.
Okay. So I think grade 9 and grade 8 parents are here, Priyanka ma'am. Okay. So yeah, so the 12:30 account ka time tha. Okay. So grade 10 parents. So if there is no more questions, so we have actually reached the end of the orientation. Okay.
So we have to address our issue for
Yeah. So we will be actually
travel time.
calling you with related to timings, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
Because
one
I'm
last.
sure you know how SP Road and Western Express Highway is at 5 o'clock and 5:30.
Right.
It's impossible to travel at that time, sir. So, I mean, we were told it is going to be a Bandra center, so we had made arrangements accordingly. Now,
Acha,
now
okay.
coming to Santa Cruz it will be difficult for, at least I can talk for myself.
Okay.
So it will be difficult for me to travel, for my child to travel at 6 o'clock from Bandra, from Kalanagar to this time.
Yeah, ma'am. So what I'll do is, so after this, no, I'll give you a call. We will talk about it because it's related to the timing and everything, right? So
Yeah,
we'll talk about
Arvind
it.
sir.
Yeah.
Correct, sir.
Because
Correct.
parents here we have the similar concern, and I think.
So what you can do is just send me a message. So send me a message, okay? So whatever the concerns are with related to the timings and everything, just send me a message, and we will address that issue. So don't worry about it.
Sure. One last thing. This for grade 10, this will continue till your modules will continue till about March, February actually at least.
Yeah.
That's what my understanding.
Yes.
And there are set of teachers in Kalina Center. There will be set of teachers in Santa Cruz Center. Do you see during the year anybody changing so that it does not impact the students' continuity?
As of
Yeah.
now, there is no change in the teachers, and from past, I don't know, like what you're saying, like somewhere, uh, I don't know from where this came up, okay, because one of the parents has spoke to me stating that ki, teachers change हुए हैं Planet Gyan में. I promise you, from past 13 years, it's only me and Priyanka ma'am.
Sir, I'm the only one who's handling science for
She's
grade
the
10. I
only
don't
one.
give it to anybody else.
And जिसको नहीं पता है, we both are husband and wife, okay, तो इसके बीच में और कोई नहीं है. it's only my wife who takes science and it's me who takes math, ठीक है, and और कोई भी नहीं है, ठीक है.
Grade 10, we don't change the teachers
don't
because we
change the
understand
teachers.
it affects the kids.
Yeah.
So we don't have it for grade 10.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. It's the same teachers wherever it is, okay, whether it is Kalina, Bandra or Santa Cruz, wherever it is, it's actually we both.
Okay, that's very reassuring. Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, grade 9 and grade 8 parents can stay back. Okay, so grade 10 parents, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So, Siddiqui, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you can also leave Beta, no problem.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, so Priyanka ma'am, it's only Misha's father here. So
Yeah. I'll just check with the other parent. Just give me 2 minutes.
chalega, sure. So yes. Okay.
Hi, sir.
Hey, hello. So
I mean,
Priya-
I heard people asking you question about the centers, and also you have come up with like some centers as well, is it?
yeah. So we are actually planning to start with a new center at Santa Cruz.
Okay.
So because a lot of parents they have requested us कि sir is it possible to keep at Santa Cruz like because Bandra थोड़ा सा दूर हो जाता है उनके लिए. So
Okay.
somewhere close to the school.
School.
Yeah. So we thought of opening one branch over there. So most probably after the vacations we are planning. So let's see how exactly. It's not fixed yet, but देख रहे हैं कि कैसा है करके. ठीक है. So that is what it is. Okay. Now coming to so there is no change as such. So grade 9 mein it will not take much of the time. So I'll try to quickly finish. So Priyanka ma'am is calling some other parents. So just give me 2 minutes. We'll quickly. ज़्यादा
No
time
problem.
नहीं लगेगा.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, yesterday in the PTM there was no slide shared. Okay, it was just simply the mark sheets and some feedback.
Oh yeah,
that's all.
yeah. I don't know. This is the first time. पता नहीं.
Yeah.
Last year तक तो it was there.
Yes.
Okay. And so what happens is in all the schools, in fact even in my school, so even mine is a CBSE school where I teach, which is in Malad. So even there, what we do is we actually जो final है ना, it is a final mark sheet. So we just give it to the parents. मतलब घर पे लेके चले जाते हैं.
Correct.
So I don't know why they have not given this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
आंसर शीट्स भी नहीं दिया उन्होंने और ना ही ग्रेड 9 के बारे में ज़्यादा बात करी.
अच्छा. Okay.
It was only 8.
अच्छा. Okay. I don't know. ठीक है. But I think Misha has sent me the previous mark sheets. Yeah.
कल का वाला भेजा आपने?
Yeah, the previous ones, I think term 1K and all those.
Correct.
things, yeah. So I'll just go through it today, Sunday, around say in the evening I'll go through it and I'll give you the feedback, whatever it is.
So I don't know if you get some more parents of 9th in this call, or we can reschedule this as it as well. I mean,
No, it's fine because whatever the time is,
After they're joining in.
they're
They said
joining.
that they're joining.
okay.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Okay, so I think Dipsana is here. Priyanka ma'am, I think Prachi and I think Tanush.
Prachi is coming and I'm connecting with Tanush's mother.
Okay. So Priyanka ma'am, is Tanush joining or should we start?
She said she's joining in.
Joining, okay.
Yeah. You can start, I think. They'll join.
Okay. So, okay. So this is grade 9. So welcome to grade 9. Okay. So we'll just quickly finish. Okay. So first is what we will be doing is we will be deleting all the last year's WhatsApp group. Okay. So we will be creating a new ones. Okay, as per the batches and everything. So if you have any last year WhatsApp group, okay, you can delete that from your end as well as all your class links. You can delete those. One minute. Yeah, Tanush has also joined. Okay. So these are all for so this especially the action one is all for previous year students. Okay, so delete all the last year's class links as well. So in your Google Calendar, if you have anything, you can just delete all those things, and of course delete any kind of presumptions as well. So if you have not got good marks, these, that, and everything, don't worry. It's a fresh start. Okay, so we'll begin. Okay, with a good note. Okay. Now, second is for I think all of you like Prachi, Misha, and Depsana. So already you know this. So for Tanush, it will be new. So for Tanush, you will have to create a new email ID if you don't have one. Okay. The reason is the school ID will not work with Google Meet and other applications. So they have blocked certain third-party applications. So if you have a personal one, you can use that. Otherwise, you can create a new one. My sincere suggestion would be create a new one. That will be better. The reason is what happens is if you use your personal one, especially the parents' ka email ID, apart from studies, there will be a lot of other things also in that email. And then what happens is it becomes very difficult to search कि कहाँ पे क्या है and everything. So if you create a new one, ठीक है, so what happens is everything related to studies will be in that new email ID. तो इधर उधर ढूंढने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. So that is one tip. So this comes from the experience. So I'm just sharing it with you. So that is one thing. Second is we will be creating WhatsApp groups according to the batch wise. And if you are creating a new email ID, okay, for Misha, Dipsan, and Prachi, I have your email IDs. But in case if you're creating a new one or something like that, just send it to me on WhatsApp, the new email ID. So if there is any kind of update, I'll do it from my end. Okay. And Baki to, I think most of you are using laptop. Okay. In case if you are using tab or mobile phone or something like that, then you will have to download the Google Meet app. Okay. And admission form for others I already have. Okay. For Tanush, I will be sending the admission form by EOD. Okay, end of the day, and also download the Planet Gan app. So don't worry, I'll be sending all the links. Admission form I'll be sending it to you, and I'll be also sending the app ka link as well. Okay. So these are the things which we have to do. Okay, that is today or latest by tomorrow, because from tomorrow we are going to start with the class. Okay, so उसके पहले at least this class links, WhatsApp group, ये सब आज ready हो जाएगा. Okay, then second is the timelines for grade 8 and grade 9 is similar. Okay, so for grade 8 today is the orientation 23rd of March. कल से it will be your bridge course which we will be starting. So bridge course, I think some of you already know. So we are going to do all the grade 5 से लेके grade 8 तक का all the concepts we are going to revise once again. Square and square root, this, that, and everything. Splitting the middle term, which you will be requiring in your grade 9. Okay. Then we will be actually starting with the grade 9 class from 31st of March. So 31st March से proper grade 9 हम लोग start करेंगे. Till that 1 week will be bridge course. Then grade 9 will still have the option of vacation, so you will have your proper vacation. Okay. Unfortunately, grade 10 doesn't have that. So grade 9 ke liye you can still enjoy your vacation, so no worries. And we will be resuming with our session from 1st of June after the vacations. Then August May we will be having our general PTM. February May we will be having our general PTM. And finally March May it will be our final examinations. Okay, so that's how the entire process would be. इसके बीच में if you feel, you can note this down, okay, because what I've observed is sometimes parents forget it. In case if you need any kind of personalized PTM wherein you want to discuss something with me or Priyanka ma'am, okay, whatever it is, that option is available. And sometimes we might actually keep a PTM, especially depending upon the child's marks and performance and everything. So we might keep a personalized PTM that will be from our end, but you also have an option. You can just drop in a message. We will coordinate, we will adjust, and we will arrange a time. And this PTMs can also be offline as well. So it's not necessary कि online है तो online ही होगा. If you want to meet us personally, then you can actually drop in at the center and we can coordinate a time and we can talk. So no problem with that. So that option is also available. So keep that in mind, because for grade 9 also it's very important that at least we meet, at least साल में एक दो बार मिलके if we talk, and so we can, it will be beneficial. So that is one thing which is very important. Grade 10 का timeline is very huge. Sessions will be as per the timetable which I have sent you. So उसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. The important part over here for you is the notes. So for grade 9 we also provide notes from our sites. Okay, so wherein you will be getting a physical copy of the actual notes from our site. So for that what you have to do is you have to come to the center and collect it. So we will be messaging you any Saturday or a Sunday. Usually we'll try to keep it on a Sunday. So whenever you are free, तो एक दिन हम लोग रखेंगे, and you can come to the center and can collect your physical copy of the science and the math ka notes from me. Okay, because all the homeworks will be dependent on that notes. And other parents already know, but for Tanush, as I said, there is an application called as Planet Gyan. Okay, so you download it. So there are extra practice sheets. So these practice sheets, in case once you're done with all the questions which I have taught in the class, as well as all the questions in the homework जो मैं आपको physical copy दूंगा, after finishing that, if you still feel that you want to do something extra, so there are practice sheets in the application also. So usually we use these practice sheets in case if we अगर हमारा syllabus जल्दी खत्म हो गया. Yes ma'am.
So how about the homework thing? How you will check the homework and how will you give the homework?
Yeah, we are coming to it. Actually इसके बाद वही है. So but still I'll explain you. So what students do is online के लिए, once you're done with your homework, so we will be giving a submission date. तो उसके पहले you have to scan it and send it to us. So what we do is we correct this thing. Okay, we go through it and we submit it back to you. ठीक है? So that is about the notes. Then apart from this, there are certain books. Books ka I already told you the reference books will be available from us. So we will be giving you all the books which you require for your grade 9. Okay, and that is the physical copy of the book. For mathematics, apart from this, if I talk about notebooks, so this year say you will be maintaining 2 notebooks. Okay, so this is very important. First notebook is for your classwork. So whatever I will be doing it in the class, उसके लिए there will be one notebook, okay, which you will be maintaining, and the other notebook will be for your homeworks which I will be giving it. So do not mix both of them. So classwork के लिए अलग book रहेगा, homework के लिए अलग book रहेगा. The reason is during your progressions, or what do we say, during your terminal examinations and your final examinations, so when you have to go through all the questions जो भी हमने किया है अभी तक, so it becomes थोड़ा सा अपना life easy हो जाता है, because you don't have to rush here and there, because this is your class book, तो सारे important questions sir ने इसमें करवाए हैं. You just have to do it, and this is very important when you come to grade 10. तभी से आते, because grade 10 में they have to, जो मैंने मार्च में सिखाया, they have to maintain it in the month of, just बंद करना, just 1 minute. अभी का तेरा दिमाग खराब है क्या? Okay, so as I said, sorry about it. So as I said, for this thing, notebooks for grade 10, it becomes very important, because grade 10 के लिए क्या हो जाता है, they will have to open all these things in the month of March. मतलब मार्च में क्लास स्टार्ट हो गया, we are also starting from March 24th, and मार्च में उनका बोर्ड एग्जाम है. तो अभी से अगर ग्रेड 9 से हमने आदत डाल दिया to maintain this, it becomes little bit easier in our grade 10. ऐसा है, ठीक है? So we are, ऐसे समझो, we are in board, we will be giving the board examination, so we have to keep the same mentality. Okay, so that is about notebooks. Yes ma'am, about science you can.
Yeah, so for science we will be again providing the notes. The reference notes will be given to us. We are expecting at least 3 notebooks for science, 1 for physics, 1 for chem, and 1 for bio. It can be 100 pages book also, it's not an issue. So you can keep a 100 pages notebook for physics, for chemistry, and for bio, because grade 9 has specific subjects like physics, chemistry, and bio. Grade 8 did had it, it was general science, but grade 9 has. So three notebooks we're expecting for three subjects. Grade 10 also is for 10 times, so that is not a concern for grade 9. So grade 9 notes will be provided by us. Everything needs to be done from the notes only. There is no other reference book which is required.
Okay.
Yes.
Is any no school notebooks and your notes are different than the curriculum, or you are making your own notebooks and give us to us?
Ma'am, for grade 9 now they will not be using the step up pack. अभी तक कैसा
हाँ.
था, they till lower grades था, grade 8 तक they use this step up pack वाला textbook, but grade 9 से now it will be proper NCERT book which they will be following.
NCERT books.
NCERT. So that should
Yeah.
not be a problem. So it will go parallelly.
It will be the same like right now you said that we are giving your own notes. So it
Yeah.
will be covering the same subject and same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is based on NCERT only, and जो
बस
notes भी मैं
syllabus
दे
के chapters are same.
yeah, it's the same chapter, so don't have to worry about it. ठीक है. Practice sheets, so I already told you it is there in the app. So practice sheets is something when you have utilized all the resources, and if you feel you need something more, you can use practice sheets. So what I personally for math I do is, if I am able to complete the syllabus quickly compared to the school, तो उसके बाद I start revising the questions from practice sheets. So this I follow for grade 8 and grade 9 also. So we sit in the class and we actually follow the questions from practice sheets. तो ऐसा हम लोग यूज करते हैं इसको. ठीक है.
अच्छा, तो that practice sheet you will say कि do this 1 to 10 practices in a day or in a week, or
ऐसा
we
नहीं
have
है.
to take an initiative by child have to take an initiative by own and own that do it, and
So
what
it
happen
is-
if they will not do, then you have to make him force के करना ही है करके.
Right. So what happens is, ma'am, trust me, जो मेरे notes में दूंगा ना, that is more than sufficient. Now practice
अच्छा.
sheets. So why? Because we have to think from all the child's point of view. Now I'll tell you, I have certain students in grade 10 जिन्होंने मेरे सारे questions कर लिए. Then पूरा जो मैंने homework book जो मैं दूंगा आप लोग को notes वो भी कर लिया, practice sheets भी कर लिया. Now they are hungry. They are saying sir और दो.
Okay.
We have
That
these.
is good if any. But
Yeah.
What if child is not doing, then we will be stuck ना कि नहीं कर रहा है तो फिर कैसे कर रहा है. So make
नहीं.
sure कि पहले से ही बोल दें कि it is a compulsory to you have to fill in a
Right.
day 4 pages के 2 pages whatever the some numbers.
Right. No, definitely. So in the class we will be explaining them about it. So don't worry about it. ठीक है?
अच्छा.
Yeah. And test papers again very important. So test papers happens. So again other parents know it. So for Tanush, so it's called as micro test, the topical test. छोटा छोटा test जो हम लोग लेते हैं. ठीक है? So that will be happening in the Sunday morning. Okay. So we will be sending the paper on your email ID, not the child's. नया वाला जो email ID आप बनाओगे. If you have the control of that email ID, let us know. So we will be sending the question paper on that email ID. ठीक है? And because बच्चों के हाथ में question paper नहीं जाना चाहिए. Because what happens is, what we have observed is, even though I say कि Sunday morning, sometimes it happens. मेरे साथ भी होता है. Sometimes it happens कि आप 9:30 या 10 बजे नहीं दे पाए. Maybe you have gone out and you want to give it in the evening. तो अगर बच्चों के पास पेपर रहेगा तो फिर it doesn't make any sense. So it should be the total control which of that email ID should be with you. So even if you want to give it in the evening, it's completely fine, but make sure that you're giving the test in that stipulated time. अगर 1.5 hours का test है तो 1.5 hours ही, because अभी से हमें उनको आदत डालना है, so that you know the 10th standard goes smoothly. ऐसा, ठीक है? So that is one thing, and test series तो grade 10 के लिए है, it is not for grade 9. So ours will be only micro test and the cumulative test. This will be for grade 9, wherein इनका जो मिड टर्म एग्जाम आएगा या फाइनल एग्जाम आएगा उसके पहले वी विल बी कीपिंग लाइक द क्यूमुलेटिव सारे टॉपिक्स साथ में 80 मार्क्स का जो पेपर होता है बच्चों का, वी विल बी कीपिंग दैट ऑल्सो. उसका भी दिस थिंग विल बी सेम, एग्जैक्टली द सेम प्रोसेस. आई विल बी सेंडिंग द क्वेश्चन पेपर टू यू. So 3 hours लगेंगे उसमें, तो they will be completing it, sending it back to us, and we will be correcting it and sending it back to you. ऐसा, ठीक है? And along with the test papers, after giving you the corrected paper, उसके साथ मैं model answer sheets भी दूंगा आपको. So you can compare कि आपने कैसे लिखा है and how the CBSE is expecting the answers to be written. तो वो थोड़ा सा बच्चों को हम लोग प्रोवाइड करते हैं and we discuss this in the class also.
Class, then only they will perform that way, ना?
Exactly. So we'll be discussing that, but हम लोग पेरेंट्स को भी भेज देते हैं ये सारी चीज़ें.
But
ठीक है. So that is all about test papers. Then test series again for grade 10. Internals I think again for grade 10, right Priyanka ma'am? मतलब इनको भी होता है but it's not that majorly, ना?
Yeah, internals and internals for grade 9 and grade 10 is the same way. 20 marks will be given by the school, which will appear in your report card for grade 9. And grade 9 के लिए 80 marks का paper तो होता है. The final paper is for 80 marks. It's regular, as in it's coming since years. So there's no change in that.
There is no change as such. ऐसा
and
है.
how about the timings of classes?
Timings of the classes, right? I'll send it to you ma'am on WhatsApp में आपको भेज दूँगा timetable. ठीक है.
It will be in the afternoon or evening time?
I think it is in the evening, na? Grade 9 के
Because
लिए.
according to, if I'm joining this class, so Tanush has another class also. So just wanted to make quick days and then so that according to that I can go for that.
Sure ma'am, no problem. So I'll send you the timetable. मैं आपको भेज देता हूँ. After the orientation, no? So I'll send you the timetable. ठीक है? Okay. So that is the internals test paper format. Again, there is no change in the format for 80 marks paper. So the way we design the test papers, it is exactly the same way it is designed in the board examinations. So even for grade 9, there is no change. So यहाँ पे I have just given you a small format wherein how the 80 marks paper look like. Like if you see, section A is of 20, like there will be 20 questions based on MCQs. Now जो micro test हम लोग करेंगे, it will also be based like this, but instead of 20, it will be maybe 5 MCQs. So basically what I'm trying to say is, it will be like the smaller version of the 80 marks. 30 marks का paper होगा, but the format remains same, so that बच्चों को आदत होना चाहिए. It will not be a totally different. So even if when they get the 80 marks paper, they will be habituated with that, हाँ चलो यही format है. So we follow the same format. There is no change in that. ठीक है? So this is what it is, and then assertion and reasoning. I told you it's a very important. यहाँ पे बच्चे बहुत गड़बड़ करते हैं assertion and reasoning में. So those kind of questions also we put in the paper, and as well as the second thing is about the case-based questions. So that is also again very important. And this year I think Priyanka ma'am, they have also started competency-based questions, right? Yeah, Priyanka ma'am. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So one thing I would like to highlight over here is that this year grade 9 and grade 10 both are concentrating more on competency-based questions, which are nothing but the application-based questions. So to attempt to crack those type of questions, it is very necessary that the concepts are very clear. As in, they'll give you a situation, they will, you know the concepts already, so they'll give you the situation, they'll ask you what will you do in this situation. So whatever you have learned, you need to apply. And board is more and more emphasizing on CBQ questions, that is case-based, competency-based questions and all. So we will be including the same in our test papers as well to give a hang of it to the kids. The same type of questions will be given in the reference books also. The reference books will also have competency-based, challenging questions and all. If you have noticed, I don't know whether you have read it or not, but there was a news in the newspaper recently that the maths paper which was there this time had a lot of competency and challenging questions. So board is also jumping into the same. And the board papers will be more and more based on CBQs and competency because CBSE believes in application-based concepts and application-based questions. So it's turning now more and more towards these type of questions. So we need to make it sure that the kids are doing it, which will be, of course, we will be giving them a practice of how to crack these type of questions. There will be sessions. We will also be providing them the papers which are only having competency-based questions and assertion reasoning. Assertion reasoning is also competency-based question only, but it's just given the different name. That's it. But these are also application-based questions.
Okay. Then I think this is not applicable for grade 9, but I think you might have heard about it, wherein grade 10 is coming up with this 2 exam pattern. Okay, so but it is grade 9 ke liye it is not that important. But if you just
For
want
grade,
to, yeah,
yeah, for grade 9, basically it's not still fixed, but it is just a draft which is given by CBSE to the schools, that they might split the subjects like math, science, and social science into two: basics and standards. They have not yet finalized it. We had maths already as basics and
yeah, max you
standard
might
in
have heard
grade.
that we always had basic and standard, but now we
Yeah,
are planning it for social studies as well as for science as well.
science. But it is not finalized.
It's
They
not
will be giving a
finalized.
final draft in the month of July. So if the school is applying that for basics and standard subjects, then this, as in the CBSE finalizes it, the school will go for it. If the CBSE is not finalizing, it will take the decision back and the school will follow the normal pattern. And one subject as math, science, and social science. Yes, ma'am.
Even we have also the 2 boards in ninth.
No, ninth standard does not have any board exams.
No splitting of exams, right?
No. It's not splitting of exams, ma'am. It's not splitting of exams. It's the same exam will be repeated in the month of May. As in February has an exam which has 100% syllabus for grade 10, and same exam, not the same paper, same exam will be repeated in the month of May, just giving the kids a second chance. If they have not performed well in the first exam, they may get the second chance and appear in the second exam.
Only for 10.
And only for 10. Grade 9, the examinations are conducted in school. So school has not taken any kind of decisions. So regular exams in grade 9. Yeah, that's it. I think. Yeah, yes, ma'am. You have any question? No. Okay. So I think that's it for this session.
Yeah,
In
any
case
questions like
Let me know.
Prachi's mother, Dipsana, and Nisha's father? So any questions, please do ask.
I'm good. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
That's it.
Okay, so no problem. So in case of any issues, you can definitely message us. No problem with that. Okay. So thank you
And
very much.
you just let us know when is the your planning of taking classes, which day, which time.
Yeah. I'll just message you right now. I'll just message you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
thank you. Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
sir.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye bye.